There's a place past every star, where no human has ever stood. It has no walls, no floor, no bottom. They call it the abyss. Things fall into it. Things climb out. And what climbs out doesn't ask permission. A fighter tumbles through it, upside down. 7 jaws already looking for the piece they want. Every head, its own hunger. He lifts one bandaged hand. It's all he has left. Then the light closes on him. Somewhere else in the same dark, Yunsung Choi opens his eyes. The first thing waiting for him wants to swallow a planet. He doesn't run. He never learned how. The whole cavern comes for him at once. Something bigger cuts in first. Even the monsters here have rivals. A red thread finds his neck before his eyes do. The thing above him has a name, Audio. It wants him alive long enough to eat him slowly. Yunsung looks up. Something blue wakes behind his eyes. He's been in this dark a very long time. Long enough to stop asking when he'll get out. Long enough that the system stopped counting his wins. This is not where he was born. That was somewhere quieter, a city on Earth. Then, one day, the sky over that city just opened. Beings the size of countries poured out. Some of them were monsters wearing halos. They fought each other above the buildings, and the losers turned toward Earth and smiled. Under all that, one boy only wanted one thing. Even now, alone, that hasn't changed. He grills a slab of meat. The pan is not iron, it's adamantium. That will matter in a moment. The Goblin King behind him watches like a starving dog. The smell alone makes the goblin step back. The butter, Yunsung says, came from a cow a god raised. The goblin can't tell if this human is a saint or a lunatic. He fought a horned bear god. For one bottle of milk, he slices something pale into red sauce. Doesn't even look down. The goblin nearly faints. Milk. Not a life, just milk. Yunsung tastes it. Nods once. Doesn't say a word. The Goblin King watches him plate up like it's a coronation. Then bites. And his chest starts to burn. A star ignites in his stomach. White beams punch out of him from the inside. The adamantium locked every drop of magic inside the meat. Then the master, a cloaked goblin, opens his own furnace of green mana. The king drools, giggling. This is not food, this is medicine. When the king's aura flares, even Yunsung takes a step back. He drops onto the rocks, arms out, quiet. Long before all this, a school gym, his literature teacher can't look at him. Kids don't lift what Yunsung is lifting. Not at his age. The obsession started in his own bedroom. Above the bed, a monster skull his father brought home from a hunt. He wanted one day to bring back a bigger one. So he lifted. Every day. Alone. By high school, the bar bent under him, and Earth had a new word for people like him. Hunter. Monsters fell out of dungeons. Whoever put them down got paid. But his leader kept giving him the same warning. Ease up. Slow down. Don't die for a middle-rank fight. Yunsung listened, sweat still dripping, and went right back to the bar. His leader gave up trying to stop him. His girlfriend didn't. She left a note on his barbell. His leader crouched next to him while he kept stretching. The leader took it harder than Yunsung did. A dungeon somewhere else. Fire. Shattered rock. Somebody's line has just broken. Something got through. Yunsung steps into the gap. A hunter twice his rank behind him. The lion beast is bigger. He doesn't care. One strike finds the teeth. Blood sprays. The counter throws him back like a coin. He gets up. 2 spectators quietly write his rank up. The dungeon spits out a scroll, a martial arts manual. He stands over the corpse. The scroll goes home with him, steam still coming off his arms. He wants more. He trains alone, every night. Kicks that don't stop until his leg gives out. Hammer swings past 2 in the morning, 2:20 a.m. He hasn't looked at the clock in hours. Still C+ rank. Still not enough. He slumps against the mirror, hates the man in it, and decides tomorrow he trains harder. Someone, in his sleep, asks if he's training there too. In the dream, he throws the same strikes. The voice tells him this is a dream. He doesn't slow down. He counts it as reps anyway. Sweating, he demands the answer. Who is watching him? The dark opens. A light he cannot stare at spills out. Behind it, a woman, blindfolded, smiling small. She lifts scales made of blue fire and calls him by name. He raises his arm just to keep his eyes. Even under his sleeve, the light finds him. She descends. Halo, robe, A god you don't argue with. The goddess of balance. She's the one who weighs contracts. She offers him one. He accepts before she finishes the sentence. Then, quieter, he asks what it does. She raises her hand, shows him. A spiral of blue coils in her palm. And in it, she shows him a future. A shadow the size of a country, moves toward Earth. Red-eyed things pour out of it. Constellations that don't want contracts. One of them eats 3 hunters in a single bite. Above the vision, she and he float in silence. His mouth opens. Nothing comes out. The goddess lowers her face. She's sweating too. Who, she asks, would sign a contract knowing this? She reaches for him. Blue fire trails her hand. She's afraid he'll say no. More afraid he'll say yes. Because a constellation contract is not a favor. It binds the mortal to the god. Elsewhere, a brown-haired hunter shields his face, tasting the same light. Most of them die inside a year. The survivor's soul stops belonging to him. The god decides when he eats, when he sleeps, when he ends. Gold light hits Yunsung too. He shields his eyes. A shadow with spikes offers him the same trade. Around him, other constellations circle like buyers. The goddess watches him decide. A muscular hunter beside him grins, asks how hard the training gets. The goddess floats above them, scales open. Yunsung stands alone in her light. She warns him one more time, voice heavy under the hood. He hears it. His mouth goes dry. Then he says it. Other people survived. Someone got through. So he can get through too. He kneels, offers what she asked for. She asks, really asks, if he means it. He tells her he only wants one thing, to be stronger. And he calls her Constellation, not goddess, not mistress. Constellation. Under the blindfold, tears nobody had ever seen her cry. Then the sky cracks. Somewhere above, a robed figure splits a sphere the size of a moon. A barrier over Yunsung shatters. A voice in his head vows to guide him, if he survives the trials. A violet gate opens in front of him. He reaches into it. Magic sparks around his hand. Ripples spread from his fingertips. Elsewhere, another candidate gets his trial too. Clean, as planned. Lightning splits the dark for him. A cyan vortex spirals around it. He coughs into his arm. Still standing, nothing serious. Pressure crushes his shoulders. He crosses his arms. Endures. His training ground. A whole crystal dungeon. Waiting, empty. No teacher, no enemy. Just him. He cracks his knuckles. Starts, runs. Throws strikes at nothing. Meanwhile, the goddess strides through her hall. Her angels widen their eyes. She's smiling, proud of the boy who kneeled. In the trial, that boy is kicking a cliff apart. 2 monsters close in through the dust. Then the sky opens above him. The wrong sky. A lightning vortex that shouldn't be here. He turns, fist still up. Something is very wrong. He looks at the storm, weighs it, doesn't run. His mouth opens. He sees it now. The goddess's trial hits him. Not the training, the trial. Divine energy pours down on him alone. He shields his face, the blue tears at his skin. He grits his teeth. Debris flies past. The vortex takes him. Limbs go limp. Lightning forks through the mountainside. Smoke erupts below. A detonation shatters the whole ridge. And the storm passes. A barrier meant to hold him breaks open instead. An ice blade the size of a tower rips through the clouds. The goddess faces forward. This was not supposed to be possible. Her angels wait for a boy who should have arrived already. She reaches with her senses. Finds nothing where he was. She sweeps her hands across the training grounds. Empty. Empty. The tools she laid out for him sit untouched. The games. The gifts. All still waiting. In the storm's aftermath, a tower rises against the clouds. A red-haired angel walks the snowy ledge. Spear in hand, the goddess herself calls his name. Adakaniel. He grimaces. He can't find the human either. The shattered abyss between the monoliths. Nothing. He touches his ear. His master is furious. He grips his spear harder. Angels pour between golden pillars, mobilizing a search. Adakaniel stands with his wings. Looks down. He answers his master. He'll find the boy. Dives into the chasm, spear leading. Golden light breaks over a cliff too big to name. This is where the boy went. The abyss. A place with almost no stars. A place the constellations have barely touched. A single human. taken by a storm, dropped past the map. Above him, another rider on a great bird chases the wind. Somewhere else, the goddess touches her chin, thinking. For him, the storm is still going. Yunsung tumbles in a current that dwarfs him. The blue eats his skin. He coughs everything up he can. He has never seen a sea. He is inside one now. He surfaces, spits water, breathes, and starts channeling energy through his own body. Upside down, his arm hardens, muscle knits denser than before. He falls through the vortex. His core expands, deeper into blue, deeper into himself, crashes into rock. Bones intact, braced on all fours. First training. Done. He looks up. Where next? A frozen abyss. Cliffs falling forever under a storm sky. A shockwave tears the canyon in half. He recoils. Something huge is coming. It rises above him. All stone. All body. Onyx. That's what he'll call it later. He stares up. Silent. Then cracks his knuckles. Time to start again. He runs down the slope. Onyx comes after him. He drives his fist into stone. As hard as he can. Onyx rises out of the rubble. Not a scratch. His fist rests on cracked ground. His best punch didn't work. The stone dragon yawns at him. Fanged. Bored. He slumps forward. Sweat. Scratches. Nothing else. Somewhere in his head, an old scroll comes back to him. His clan in an auction. Every month. 1 month, a battered manual came up. The divine celestial technique. Even his own clan dismissed it. Too slow. Too old. But Yunsung noticed it. Studied it. Wondered. Back at the gym, he asked to borrow it. A friend handed it over. Unimpressed. Slow inner energy training. Years for a single stage. The popular styles were faster. Flashier. Made you look like a star. That's why nobody wanted the slow one. Too much time. Not enough show. But Yunsung kept reading. Every night, something in it made him smile. Small, private. And in the abyss, he has all the time in the world. He punches upward. Blue-white breaks through the rock. Energy coils around his body. It knows him now. He plants his sneaker. Fist wrapped. Blue surges. A sweeping kick blasts a shockwave forward. The manual has a name for that. Celestial punch. And this one, celestial footwork. Lightning coils around him. Fists raised. Ready. A kick lands on him. He absorbs it and keeps going. He grimaces, channels the pain into his fists, closes his eye, concentrates, opens it. Blue burns behind it now. Repeat. Absorb. Grow. Every day, every swing. His hand opens. Energy gathers at his wrist. Closes. A blue burst breaks around it. He does it again, and again, and again. Punches down through debris. Doesn't stop. One day, the manual promised, a trainer becomes a master. He stomps. The ground cracks under his heel. The stone dragon watches from far away, feels the energy climbing. A blast engulfs the beast in a single motion. A notification hits. Celestial technique reached rank 5. Then, first class. The next blast pulverizes the ground. Boulders explode outward around him. He looks over his own wreckage. And slumps. Not from exhaustion, from something else. Meanwhile, back on Earth, a face on every channel. Xiaowan Lirose. Cameras. Reporters. He announces his own school of martial arts. Calls it Zenith. The reporters lean in. He answers everything. He says he'll be S rank before the year ends. In the abyss, Yunsung closes his eyes at the memory and scoffs. He opens them. Something has changed. The white beast bares its teeth, louder than before. They face each other across shattered rock. Yunsung smashes the ground. Onyx lunges. Onyx huffs. Dismissive. Same as always. And Yunsung recoils. Sweat. Wide eyes. In Onyx's eye, a tear. He shrugs. He didn't mean to make it cry. Now the dragon follows him around. Like a huge shadow, Onyx offers him a ride. He climbs on, surprised. They wind through the blue abyss together. He shields his eyes. Something is up there. A century ago, a storm just like it dropped him down here. That storm, the one that took him from her light. He shades his eyes atop Onyx. Debris swirls around them. A lightning column engulfs them both. He leans in, spurs the stone beast on. Onyx rears. Lightning crackles around its head. The vortex takes them. Divine transport. Blue lightning hurls the silhouette through the clouds. He lands with his hands on his hips. Onyx stares, confused. He grins at his bandaged hands. Onyx, behind him, panics. Blue magic threads through him. His body remembers how to heal. He walks off. Onyx flails, trying to explain. A storm shreds his clothes. He walks through it anyway. Later, he trudges across a barren stretch. Onyx behind him. He presses his stomach, hungry. He glances back. Something's up. Onyx opens its jaws. Hopeful. Rocks fall off the dragon. It wonders if they count as food. Yunsung shoves a bigger rock into its mouth. It's heavier than he thought. He grips it, struggles. Onyx leans in and, patient, refuses it. So Yunsung lifts Onyx's head by the jaw instead. The great serpent rears back. Startled, he drops into a stance. Purple energy coils around him. Folds into a crouch. Twists impossibly low. A sweeping strike erupts across the arena. He walks out, fists clenched. Something new burning behind him. He looks at his bandaged hands. A small smile. Onyx stands on the shore. Yunsung heads for the water. A purple wave taller than a house. He doesn't slow. Onyx peers over the cliff. Worried. He dives in head first. Straight down through glowing purple. The water is poison. It burns everywhere it touches. Shadows close on him. He feels them draining him. Something bigger tears them apart. Not for him, for itself. He wrestles the coils. The poison eats at him. His eye widens. His body is learning. Under his hand, a purple orb pulses. He's gaining the poison, not losing to it. Onyx collapses on a ledge, worn out, peers at bubbles breaking the surface. A rock-armored fish shrieks by a poison geyser. Yunsung crouches on the shore, panting. The sea in front of him, vast, endless. Monsters circle a star-bright object deep inside. He surveys the water. There's a goddess in there, he heard. Onyx studies him. Yunsung studies Onyx. He turns. Something has hardened in his face. His fist clenches. Purple energy sparks around it. Power swirls. Dark fragments scatter. He looks at the wall. Tally marks. Thousands of them. His own. Onyx, chewing stones behind him, has no idea. Yunsung watches, mildly done with today. They rest by the poison shore. Onyx tries to explain its own distant past. Yunsung is baffled. A little blue lizard scurries along the beach. A purple sea monster gapes at him. He leans over the corpse. Onyx hovers nearby. His eye lights up blue. He's going to eat this too. He drools. Onyx stares. Horrified. He swallows. Forces a small, embarrassed smile. A purple dragon roars in front of him. He weighs it. A boulder in the wasteland catches his eye. He punches it. Stone sprays outward. Drives his fist down. The rock pulverizes. A small nod. His hand can do this now. He carves a knife out of stone. Simple. Clean. Butchers a purple beast. Onyx watches. Starving. Something under the ground shifts. Onyx jerks up. The stone board melts. Glowing green sludge everywhere. Yunsung holds up the ruined meat. Green fumes rise. A skeletal serpent looms behind him. Ready to eat. It backs off. Trembling. Something about him is wrong. It spits a golden crystal at his feet. A gift, maybe. In his scarred hand. Pure amantadine. Rare enough to buy a city. He reaches for the purple creature's toxin. The serpent recoils. Long ago, someone told him he needed a hobby. The leader with the sunglasses. Pointing. Serious. Yunsung, apparently, is a chef now. In the memory at least. Bandaged hand roasts meat over green flame. He bites in. A quick nod. Not picky. His eye flares blue. Green poison energy curls around him. He retches the poison at the skull-headed creature. Aimed. A system notice. Poison consumed. The skull creature gapes. Panics. Notice again. He overcame the poison through his own technique. He kneels, gripping flesh. Green energy erupts behind him. Tastes it. Gasps. His core just grew. He looks up at the purple reptile. Reaches for another piece. His fist clenches. Something ignites at his knuckles. He exhales. Confidence he didn't have yesterday. By the shore, he tells Onyx he's going hunting. Wades through a curling wave. Sunset behind him. Hauls two enormous fish back to shore. Behind him, a beach littered with skeletons and broken weapons. His work. He bites into raw fish. Green fumes coil around him. Doesn't flinch. One more venom fang. His poison immunity closes over him like armor. He stands unharmed in the fumes, a severed head at his feet, flexes his hand, drops into a push-up, tests the new stamina. Both fists clench. Green energy surges through him. His eyes open. Green cracks the air around his face. A notice. Plain and dark. Peak rank reached. The sun sets over the purple sea. Somewhere, he wonders about Earth. He counts the tally marks. Where does that put him now? Up there? He walks past Onyx. There's more to do. Onyx nuzzles him. The closest thing to a goodbye either of them knows. He presses his hand to the great face. Says nothing. He wades into the violet sea. Onyx watches. Deep into the poison. He's immune now. The water doesn't even try. Ocean monsters surge toward him. Teeth first, then see who he is, and flee from their new king. He looks down. Something below is calling him. A blue spark, waiting on the seabed. A vast cyan portal set into the rock. He goes through it without stopping. A luminous passage carries him up. Bubbles. Light. He surfaces on one knee. Lightning coils around him. His own. His eye widens. This isn't Earth. This isn't the abyss either. Red and blue monsters loom in the dark around him. One horned creature glares from under a bigger one. A dragon spreads its wings under a blood-red moon. Murder in its face. The word for what runs this place. Constellations. But here, the constellations don't share the sky. They rule it. He stands defiant. 3 monsters of that rank in front of him. One asks him, teeth showing, "What race are you?" He tells them, "Human, just human." A horned demon looms over him, conjures a crackling purple orb. Yunsung drives his fist through it, slashes clean through the demon. Purple energy erupts, comes out the other side holding the horn, raises his fists. Calm. The rest can come now. Another charges. Cleaver overhead, monsters at its back. Swings down, sure of the kill. Yunsung compresses purple energy between his hands. A charged fist meets the cleaver. Explodes. The demon's armor shatters around its horrified skull. He vaults over the next one, grips its horn on the way, drives his knee into the skull. White light burns through, walks off. The demon crashes down behind him. A chained red demon roars. Its horde roars with it. He extends his glowing hand. "Come get some." The horde laughs at him. He's small. He's alone. A purple demon snarls in his face. Masked ones lean in, taunting. They rush him all at once. And he scans the field. Purple burning behind him. Strikes 2 monsters at the same time. Sends them apart. A purple demon reels. A blow opens its chest. They come from all sides. He sweeps his leg. Bodies scatter through the air. Twists midair. Energy coils around his leg. Winged monsters circle overhead. Waiting their turn. A blue werewolf commander points. His hounds prowl forward. They lunge. Flaming eyes. Bared fangs. Yunsung recoils. Sweating. Are those dogs? 3 flaming skulls charge him through the purple haze. He raises his fists. Locked in. A radiant blue punch throws one clean out of the air. The subdued one follows him. Whimpering. He hoists it under his arm. Heads for higher ground. He sees a shabby building. Standing alone in the red. Kicks the door in. A horned chef, cheerful, offers him fresh soup. The chef stirs a steaming pot. Welcomes him. Yunsung scratches his head. Apologizes for the door. The chef smiles. Obedient. Pleased. Then dumps the whole cauldron of green poison on him. Yunsung stands in the fumes. Calm. Weighing him. The chef recoils. Sweating. That should have killed him. Yunsung parts the fumes with one hand. Stands over the fallen chef. Doesn't finish him. Assesses. Horned monsters crowd the doorway. The chef's crew. They roar. Weapons up. Rush him. He tilts his head. Fine. Line up. A horned beast lunges. Jaws wide. He sprints between them. Purple lunges beneath him. Winged demons charge behind an overturned table. He hoists broken furniture. Challenges the room. A red demon snarls. A purple one beside it. He grips a chair. Pale energy swirls around it. Blue energy coils around the wood. He rams the energized chair into 2 of them. Swings it down at the next wave. Punches through a monster. The rest circle. He looks around the wreckage. chair fragment in his hand. The owner gulps. This is his inn, a cracked golden vessel on the floor, green liquid leaking out. A wolf thing grabs the owner's ankle, wants the vessel, begs, tearful, fangs out. The owner kicks him off. Yunsung's sneaker crushes another one's face. The victor gets the prize. He shouts it. This inn is his now. Sunset. Bodies at the doorway. The demon inn. Weeks inside those walls. He punches them into shape, puts on the apron, stands outside, owner of the place. The three demon workers sprawl on the floor, beaten in. He looks down at the ex-owner, small nod, surveys the kitchen. Cauldron, utensils, a start. In his head, everyone who ever laughed. He can see their faces. He leans over the stock table. Ingredients. Time to cook. He presses raw meat, weighs it, inspects it, uncertain. A system warning, poison in the meat. He picks up something blue. What now? Bites it. Poisonous liquid splatters. He barely reacts. Poisonous mushrooms, leaves, roots, all labeled. He clutches his head. This is his pantry. A purple fish. More poison meats. Everything toxic. He stops. Looks down. A slow dawning thought. Slaps his hands over the pan. Grinning like a maniac. Trains between customers. Punches through a horned demon in the dining room. Studies a steaming purple dish. Looks like poison. Tastes it anyway. Sweeps the floor in his apron. Just another day. Something's coming through the door. He glances up. The horned chef is back. Roaring. I'm home. Tears at his own restraints. Snarling. His crew behind him. Yunsung, in a pink apron, walks up. Nobody moves. The chef grimaces. Purple flares under his beard. Yunsung blasts him back through the entrance. A notification. New skill acquired. Later, sweat cooling. His technique gets easier every day. White energy surges from both fists. A-rank skill. Body and fist. Green-clad after-images fan around him. Reflex now. Long ago, back on Earth. A magic scroll on an auction stand. Two hunters he knew moved cautiously through a dungeon, praying the artifact they wanted showed up. In the abyss, he clenches his fists. Gold sparks. Steady. A purple slash the size of a rooftop tears the sky. A fissure across a crimson void. An endless battle somewhere. A shadowy winged demon erupts above a burning skyline. Battered demons collapse. This wasn't supposed to be possible. They crawl toward the inn. It was supposed to fall 100 years ago. Inside, Yunsung sits cross-legged. Frustrated, the building held up. Then closes his eyes. A small breath. Fine. It's his now. Outside, the demons recoil. A winged silhouette above them. They want change. Someone stronger than the human. Anyone. Yunsung narrows his eye. He can feel it too. Opens his palms. His martial arts have stalled. Cooking gains him energy. Fighting doesn't. Not anymore. He looks at his fist. Then at a shard of adamantium on the floor. His profile sharpens. He sees a way. A horned beast in the kitchen hoists a slab of meat. Drooling. Yunsung's eye glints. A plan. Outside. The whole demon crowd waves. Someone's calling from the roof. He points at the demons. Accusing. They gape. He came outside. He tilts his head. He never leaves the inn. Today he did. He's come outside. Every demon in earshot. He walks toward them. They raise their claws. Parries a purple energy blade. Barehanded. Assesses the battlefield. Calm. Blasts a lunging ghoul backward with purple energy. A massive body crashes across the room. He recoils. Looks up. Debris drifting. Something bigger is here. A horned red demon raises a sword over him. Taunts him. Teeth first. Smashes through a barrier. Debris everywhere. Yunsung walks out of the dust. Wary. The demon grins. It can't lose. It's sure. Back on Earth. Xiaowan Lirose doubts himself. He darts through a hunt. Barely. The only martial artist Earth thinks will reach A-class. Purple energy coils around his hands. A form. Clean. In the demon realm, Yunsung shatters something in blue-white. At the peak, the manual said, understanding comes on its own. Branching purple energy blasts several enemies apart. He braces under a colossal strike. Black energy swirls, twists midair, drives his palm into the wall. He is stronger than the swarm rushing at him, and they can feel it. He looks up under a snarling red demon. He has the technique now. The demon whirls into his glowing blade, crashes face first into the ground. The next day, horned monsters gather, bringing gifts, a giant ham, gold nuggets, offerings for the human. He steps out, under the blood moon, ready. A close-range hit detonates against a horned skull. Red dragons swarm him, flame at point blank. Two dragons fire converging beams. A crater below. He stands in the swirl. Nothing gets through him. Purple and red coil around him. Durability climbing. He withstands a demon's blast at point blank, counters through it. System notice. Invulnerable body. A rank. He rockets through the demon swarm, scattering them. One demon groans over piles of fallen ones. At the door, apron on, weary. He calls the day over. The crowd argues. Everyone wants tomorrow's fight. He hands out ticket number 1. Calm, organized. The blue demon holds it high. The rest argue their place in line. In the kitchen, alone, he checks his phone. Their faces don't bother him anymore. In his bandaged hand, his old hunter card. He studies it, curious. Magic stats bloom above his fingers. His eyes go wide. Peak stage martial artist. That's what the card says now. 9 A-rank skills, and one he doesn't recognize. He narrows his eye. That last one. What is it? A cosmic shadow stretches out under him. Forked. Massive. Resonance from the world. What does that even mean?